Welcome, beautiful yogis. My name is Theodora. This is my channel, Yoga with Theodora, and today we are going to be focusing on hip openers. So if you have a block or maybe a thick book or perhaps a cushion that is quite sturdy or even a rolled up towel, that will be sufficient enough to give you a little bit of a prop for your class today. Now, this is specifically for tight hips. We are going to be working on everything that connects through the hips, which is the entire body. But if you are struggling with tight hips, lower back pain, even through the adductors, maybe the ITB, this is going to be your class. So get yourselves ready. We are going to start in child's pose. Let's take the knees a little bit wider, big toes to touch, and we sit right back. Now, often, if you're doing a lot of weightlifting or you've been an athlete, your ankles here could be really tight. So sitting all the way back might be quite uncomfortable. So if that is the case, just lift your hips a little bit higher and bring your head down onto the mat. So arms will relax here, drop those shoulders and gently move your hips side to side. Let your head rest onto the mat. And gentle movements. Your breath is very important throughout today's class so that we can release that tension. So if you are someone who holds the breath when something feels really tight or difficult, just remember to come back to your inhale and your exhale. Roll back up onto all fours. Bring those knees back into alignment underneath your hips and hands underneath your shoulders. Now tuck the toes under. We do this to also stretch the soles of the feet. So let's inhale, lifting up into your cat-cow. Exhale, rounding the spine. Breathing in. Breathing out. Feel free to move around a little further, rolling the spine. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, lengthening. Good. Remember to breathe and move your shoulders. 2 more rounds. Okay, come back onto your feet. So keep those toes tucked under and come a little bit closer. Now my mat is super thin and I'm on concrete, so I'm going to fold the mat. And if you do have tender knees or any knee issues, you might want to fold the mats or put some cushions underneath. Now spread your toes as wide as you can. Get really stuck into those feet and sitting back onto those heels. Now if there's any knee pain and you might prefer to come up into a kneeling position, feel free to do so. Hold this pose and drop into your breath. When you first start doing this, this can be really uncomfortable. We're just opening up the fascia, we're stretching out those muscles and the ligaments and the tendons here. Now, I did say it's a hip-focused class. However, you would be very surprised how much tightness in here can be related to those feet. We're going to take 5 more breaths here. Doing great. Breathe. And gently release, tap the tops of the feet and release some of that pressure. Okay, let's do a few ankle rolls here. Circling around. Breathe. Nice work. Okay, let's lift up into downward facing dog. Lengthen through those heels. And we're going to work through each leg individually. So press one heel down, then rise up, and then change legs. Keep breathing. Belly soft. So try to move your weight through different parts of the foot, so not always in that same point. So you might work a little bit more through the inner arch of your foot, maybe the external part of the heel. So really working different parts here, ligaments, muscles, tendons, and getting right into those calves. Good. Bring both heels down to the mat. Now rise up onto the tippy toes. Inhale, lengthen through the heels as you exhale. So got a few more rounds. Lifting up, lengthening down, breathe. Let's do that one more time. Lift and lengthen. Good. Okay, from here, we're going to bend your knees. Step the right foot outside of your right hand, drop the back knee to the floor. Good. Now with this one here, if you're really struggling to keep your head up, come up onto the tippy toes. Or if you have a block, you might want to rise up as well from here. You can use them under both hands. So extending through the front of your left hip thigh region, and the front foot stays flat. Keep the chest tall. Now I like to have my toes tucked under. You might prefer to have the toes soft. 2 more breaths. Okay, let's lift back up. Downward facing dog. Bum to sky. Press those heels down. Let's do the other side. Bend your knees. Left foot wide. Sorry. Yes, left foot wide. Drop the knee down. Chest open. Breathe. Shoulders down. Unclench any tension through the jaw. And drop those shoulders. A few more breaths. So we're just holding to allow those muscles to lengthen here. We're going to be moving in a moment, but just holding that pose. Very good. All right, lift back up, downward facing dog. From here, take your feet as wide as your mat. Walk the hands back towards your feet and sit back to a position that feels okay for you, where there's no knee pain and there's no back pain. So keep your heels grounded for now. Chest is lifting. Now, if the floor's a little too far, you can bring your hands to your heart center. Pull the knees out, or sorry, push the knees out with your elbows, and also do it with your own muscles. So pulling the knees back from your glutes and also pushing with the elbows or the back of the arms. Chest up tall, hold your pose. So a little bit of strength work here as your hips might start to lower towards the floor, but keep your heels grounded, at least for this round. 3 more breaths. Inhale, lift those hips up, turn your feet forward, come into a nice forward fold. Soften one knee, soften the other leg, and move your hips side to side. Let your head drop. Breathe. So getting into those hamstrings. Good. Move the body a little more as we progress. Continue to breathe. Okay, I'm gonna take this jumper off. Good. And now hold your Uttanasana. grab a hold of the back of the heels. What we're going to do is bend through the knees, keep the chest close to your thighs, and draw the chest closer. So bend the knees, releasing, lengthening. Good, few more rounds. Bend and fold. So working all the way up the spine here. Couple more rounds. And last one. Nice work. Okay, walk it out. One more downward facing dog. Good. And again, bend your knees. Right foot, drop the back knee to the floor. This time, turn your right foot out. Rotate onto that foot. Use your block if you would like. Now, either keeping the left hand onto the block, turn to your right, or if there's a lot of pressure on that wrist, which most people find, you can come down onto the forearm. Maybe look to the sky, or maybe look to the floor. Breathe. So we want to feel the length down that left leg, and then hopefully through that right hip glute region. Two more breaths. It's not about doing more, it's about doing less and really connecting with your breath. Okay, back to center, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, step the left foot, doing opposite for the camera. Okay, so again, turn the foot out. Rotate onto the edge of the foot and let's turn the body. Optional to gently press out. Breathe. Two more breaths. And gently come back to center. Very good. Lift back up, downward facing dog. One more yogic squat. Now we're going to go a little bit deeper this time. So if your heels lift and it feels okay, you're still feeling the hips opening, go for it. If your heels can stay grounded and you're able to sit deeper, then do so. Again, we don't want any knee pain here. Chest lifts up high. So I like to have my feet close to the edges of the mat. You might prefer to have your feet closer in. So chest up, shoulders down, and breathe. Hold this pose, so strengthening and releasing at the same time. Very good. One more forward fold. So inhale, lift, turn your feet forward. Good. Let your head hang. Bring your weight slightly forward. And again, bend one knee, bend the other. Move those hips around. Keep breathing. Couple more, each side. Well done. Okay. Let's walk it out. Come onto all fours. Take the knees a little bit wider. We're going to come into puppy pose. So if the upper back is tight, the lower back will compensate, and vice versa. So knees a little bit wider. Walk your arms forward. Drop the shoulders and lower the head to the mat. Now, if there's any shoulder pain, you might need to bring your palms to the sky, or maybe take the arms wider. And I've brought my chin forward. However, if this doesn't work for you, just keep the forehead down. So your hips are elevated somewhere above the knees. Breathe, deep breaths here. Three more breaths. You're doing great. Birds this morning, communicating through to you. Okay, walk back. Let's do one more thunderbolt pose. Tuck those toes under, sit right back onto the heels, and let's release some of that tension with some shoulder rolls. Breathe. Okay, change directions, circling around. Very good. And now let's do some neck rolls. Okay, make sure you go the other way. Be mindful not to clench your teeth here. And come back to center. All right, one more downward facing dog. Okay, step your, so whichever way you're going to be facing the camera, step your right foot outside of your right hand, and now walk your body to the center of your mat. So you're in a wide-legged forward fold. So wide enough where you're feeling the stretch through the inner thighs, but not too crazy in terms of depth. So fingertips or hand onto the mat, or alternatively, you can use a block. So chest is long, spine is long, chest is open. Reach one arm up to the sky. Breathe. And release. Let's do the other side. Open up. Keep breathing. And release. Let's do one more round. Opening to the ceiling. Eyes follow your fingertips. A twist from the core, not just your arms swinging back. And release. Last one. Open up. Breathe. And release. Okay, we're going to do a bit of side lunging here. So again, working through that pelvis. Turn your right foot out and bend into that knee. Again, if your heel lifts, that's okay. Toes to the sky, coming up. Again, so working deep into the sacrum, the groin, the inner thighs, and also the glute. Right, stay low. Let's transition over the other side. Turn that left foot out, bend into it, and heel lifts up. Sorry, toes lift up. Heel might lift up naturally. Depending what time of the day it is, my heel might stay on the floor. Today, I'm a little bit tighter. Hence the class. Okay, let's do one more round. So stay low. So open up those hips, breathe, chest up. And if this is really tight, bring that heel in so it's not so intense. And don't get too caught on the heel being on the ground. Again, this will also relate on how tight your foot is, your Achilles tendon, and also your calf muscles. Okay, one more round. Over the other side, stay low. And lift and lengthen. Toes flex back. Breathe. Come back to center. Bring your hands down onto the mat, knees onto the floor, and slowly coming into your bound angle. Actually, let's shake the legs out first. Release some of that tension. So wave your feet, get right into those hip joints. Good, up, down, and butterfly. So soles of the feet together. Grab a hold of either your toes, your feet, or your ankles, and actively lift the knees up and down. Actively lift the crown of your head. Good. Stay here a little bit longer as we work through the hips. And I find this is a great one. If you do this for a minute, you start to feel the range increase. It doesn't feel as tight. Okay, one more breath here. This is great to strengthen and tone that pelvic region as well. Beautiful. Shake those legs out. We've got one more to go. So we're going to roll onto the back. Just move the block to the side. Okay, right knee towards your chest. Hug it in. Open your right arm out as you exhale. Take the knee across. Keep the shoulder on the floor as you lower the knee towards the ground. Use your breath here. Soft in the belly. 2 more breaths. Gently back to center and release. Shake it out. Let's do the other side. Inhale, left knee to your chest. Don't worry if you've done the opposite leg, as long as you're doing a single leg. Supine spinal twist here. Turn your head away from your knee. Deep breaths. Breathe. Excellent. And back to center. Okay, shake your arms and your legs out. Come into your final pose. Let everything ground and settle here in your Shavasana. Stay here for as long as you like. Let that whole body settle and soften. And feel free to come back to this class at any time you feel this resonates. Thank you for joining me. I wish you the most wonderful day or morning ahead. Until next time, keep shining your light bright. Thank you and namaste.